Why don't you come along? I'm mixing up some paint for this huge blob painting I'm working on. All you need are cups, stir sticks, bottles, Mod Podge in the orange bottle, and acrylic paint. I'm also using Varnish for an extra layer of protection, but it is completely optional. The type of acrylic paint that you use matters. My go-to is Liquitex Basics. Amsterdam is also good, and Arteza that comes in the tube. You want to stay away from heavy body paints and ready to pour paints. If you're going with something like deco art that is a little on the runnier side, you're going to need more paint than Mod Podge. So you want to fill your paint to the bottom of the cup, and this process works for any size cup that you have without having to measure. These also come in the tubes, but for black and white, I like to buy them in the larger. The consistency of these paints work best because they're not too thick and they're smooth, and they work well in this recipe. Now for the Mod Podge, I put in double the amount of paint. So there's 1 and there's 2. I add varnish for extra protection on my more expensive pieces, but it is optional. Again, no measuring necessary, just put a little bit in there. Now get it stirred, and if you are using varnish, you want to get a head start on the stirring if you're making several different colors at the same time. If the varnish sits there for a while, it will start to harden, so get to stirring immediately for best results. Now stir for a minimum of 2 minutes and be sure to scrape the sides. Now let's test out each of the recipes and make sure that the little lump on top goes away, and to make sure that we made the recipe right. About 2 minutes have gone by and the colors look pretty good. The white still has a tiny little bump on it. I will bottle up these other colors and give that a few more minutes to level out a little bit. It's been a few minutes and there's still a tiny little bump there. I'm going to add a little bit of Mod Podge, stir for another 2 minutes. The rule is if it's too thick, add more Mod Podge. If it's too thin, add more paint. Let's do a little test and see how we did. It's been a couple minutes and it's looking pretty good. I appreciate you watching. Happy painting. Please reach out with any questions.